Alright guys, hey, Jason here again. I got a few messages on YouTube and Facebook to do a bit of a video about what I did to the Mitsubishi. Yes, I'm a tight ass. I bought a shitsy because I can't afford a Ranger. Just kidding. I don't like really spending money on cars. I think these cars, all of them are a waste of money. And I just use it because I want to go hunting and it's obviously easy to store all my gear. Otherwise, I would have still used the 20-year-old Zook. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you now a couple of modifications that I did myself, a bit of electrical wiring that I did, which again is all pretty cheap stuff. I've learned a lot, and also my secondary battery system. I'm going to show you that now. I did buy a solar panel as well for the roof to run through a DC to DC charger. It's sitting right here, but the idiots that sent it in a plastic box, it came completely smashed, so I actually did get a refund on that. So I'm going to show you what I did, what I plan to do in the future, and show you a few modifications that I've done just already. Well guys, I thought it'd be easier. Sorry if this it's a bit light outside, so it's playing with the camera settings, but this is a Rhino toolbox that I got from Bunnings. So what I wanted to do was run the power from the battery in the engine bay into this bat cab. So, you know, if we want to run fridges, I want to run pretty much anything. You want to charge phones, tablets, cameras, lights in the afternoon at the campsite, that's what I can do. So I'm going to show you that in a sec. Now this is the broken solar panel I was just talking about. I put it back in the box, completely smashed, but they gave me a refund. What I wanted to show you here actually is this is basically LED strip lighting. Now you can buy it off eBay for about, $13 for about 5 meters. Now this is 50/50 LED strip lighting. I stuck it down with some cable ties with some sticky things. That's come off once there and it's hung down, so I put some arrow dye on there and stuck it back on, which works. Now this is, I think, 20mm tubing with 20mm end caps. And at that end, I actually have a cable gland. Most of this stuff, except for the LED strip lighting and the PVC tubing I bought from Bunnings, all the stuff's from China. It's really cheap. You can buy the cable glands. And then over the top of it, where it actually goes on there, I've put white shrink wrap to cover the electrical wiring. As you see, white shrink wrap. And then when you finish the whole thing, clear shrink wrap over the whole thing. There's not enough heat to cause any trouble. And that is linked over there with some little Anderson poles, which goes into my cab, so I can turn the light on from the cab, and I'll show you those connections that I've again bought off eBay in a minute. This puts out a heaps of light. It's about 1.5 meters long, and pretty much when I open up, I can actually stand here outside the canopy and actually cook and get everything I need, and this light's fantastic. But I'm going to go back to the battery box. I'm going to show you what I did. Alright, so inside basically, sorry about the light here because it's coming right in. I've got a 100 amp hour AGM battery. Okay, from there I've actually got a CTEC DC to DC charger. Okay, from there obviously I've got a isolator point. Okay, and then down the bottom there I've actually got a Baintech 6-way fuse block. So basically over here, if you can actually see here on the side, I've got a cable gland underneath the, coming up from underneath the canopy, okay, and then over here I've got 2 Anderson plugs, one for coming in power and this one is for the solar, because don't forget this, the CTEC DC to DC charger is actually runs, will power this battery, will power the battery, and it also actually is a dual one, it runs on solar. So I'm planning on putting that solar panel on the roof. I've also got some 160 watt panels as well, which are fold out ones. So I also need to find a way, I think, to come out here to run a wire. Maybe I'm thinking here to run an external Anderson plug. So if I ever need to, I can actually run my external fold out panels as well, instead of just relying on the one that actually goes on the roof. Here, my connections, again, all these are from China. These are so cheap, guys. These are about 12 bucks, I think, for a 3 bank. That's 12 volt socket. That one's for my fridge, which I'll show you the wiring in a sec. That's running on 6mm wiring. These ones are only 4mm wiring because I'm not really going to be running much off there, phones, etc. And actually this one is a 2.1 amp and a 1 amp USB charger. on the side, which you probably can't see, or you can actually. Another thing for phones and tablets and all that good stuff, and also a voltage meter. So if I try and get in here a little bit, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see it, but obviously all my wiring, everything is done with conduit, split conduit. And what I want to say too actually is when I need to, okay, if I don't want to use these because these actually have little lights on them and they consume power, when I don't want to use that, I use my isolator here to turn everything off. So right now I'm going to turn it on, and if I grab the camera there, you can actually, well, you can't because it's a bit light, but running at 12.8 volts right now. Now obviously I haven't connected up my wiring just yet from the engine bay. I've already got it rigged up and connected from behind me, which I will show you guys in a sec. Just got to get a friend to come over and help me run it, and then cable tie it, I guess, to the chassis. So I've only got a 100 amp hour, but this is good for weekends. Going away, it puts this C-Tech DC to DC charger puts 20 amps into the battery. And the good part about actually the C-Tech is once the battery is full, let's say I'm driving, pumping in 20 amps, I stop the car, solar panel kicks in for 5 minutes, brings this up to full power. Once that stops charging, once the solar stops charging the battery, it actually runs back, it'll run back into the engine bay and actually charges your crank battery as well, where I didn't know it actually did that. So not only will this charge my secondary battery, when this battery's full, it will charge my crank battery also, which is a very, very good feature. Now, obviously everything comes off here, runs through my isolator, and then obviously isolator onto my BaneTech fuse block, which runs all my accessories, which obviously, you know, you guys saw at the front there. And then when I want to turn them off, I can turn them off. So that's all I've pretty much done so far in the back. Again, just got to run that cable. Again, done the lights up there, which I'll show you the lights I bought off, the switches I bought off eBay, which I also think are pretty cool. Yeah, I've just bolted it down. One thing to add, people that did say, you know, even though they're gasless AGM batteries, apparently you should put ventilation. So I put some, these are from Bunnings, they're a $4 louver, pot riveted into the side, and I also put one just over the front there also. So again, I was going to put them on one on the side here, but by the time I installed it, I did screw it in there, you can see, and then one over next to the battery, and then just one over, which you can see right there as well, just self-tapping, just straight in. I did cut off my my rubber matting, which I did buy from Bunnings, so I did cut a hole out for it. As you can see, I put it straight on the canopy at the bottom, which I think is better. Okay, I did put some, if I cover it up a little bit, because the sun, I did put some anchor points for my fridge, then up the back as well, so another anchor point. So what I did is actually I moved this back first, okay, move it over, and then put my fridge where I think it's going to be, drill them in, flip it back over, and then just cut out where I need to cut out. Instead of trying to measure it and get it exactly right, you can't do it. So it was easy just to fold it over, put them where I want, fold it back over, cut it out with a Stanley knife, and you get a perfect fitting. So the problem is I've got to try and get rid of this bloody solar panel somehow, because it's completely smashed and not worth it. I could probably change the glass in it, but you know, I've got a refund, so I've got my money back, so I don't really care. I've just got to try and dump it at the tip somewhere. Yes, that's what I've done so far. I'll go in there and just quickly show you those switches that I've got right next to my knee, in the knee board area. Alright, so these are the switches I got off eBay. I've still got to put one more in there. This is my tray light. That's for the one in the back of the tray, which I just showed you guys. Okay, I got some reverse lights as well, which I'll show you in a minute as well. So I leave them on. They only come on when in reverse. And then obviously my light bar on the front. They're pretty good. Comes on when I turn it on. Only comes on in high beam. Also, in saying that, I did put in a reverse camera as well, which was hard because I couldn't find a place to put it in. At the back, what I had to do here was actually bolt in a little bit of aluminum angle, which actually gets bolted there and actually sits just a little bit back behind the edge of the tray. Also got a bull bar put in as well from Carousel in Sydney, new bull bar. And also, speaking about my reverse lights, I've got 2 of these 18 watt 6 bulb LED light bars just actually connected into a perfect spot just behind what the tray actually sits on. So absolutely perfect. I've also got one on the other side as well. They light up fantastic, and I think they only cost, like, from Sunye on eBay, who I bought my light bars off. I think they were about $25–30 for a pair of them. So easy to put in. Connections on there as well, so if I need to ever change them, they're easy to. If this one flogs out or there's shit or they get water in them, I can just replace them and put another connection on and just plug them straight back in behind that wiring. So absolutely perfect. So yeah, guys, that's it so far from battery box, lights, and you know, I think I tried to do a pretty clean job there. You know, with a, what do they call that? Basically, this is a fuse. Or an auto trip fuse, so if it needs a circuit breaker, I should say, so put the circuit breaker there, covers the wiring, same thing, you know, fuses. So if this is something you guys will be interested in, check it out. I mean, again, I don't know anything about wiring whatsoever. I went online, and it's really not that hard because it all just basically runs through the fuse block. You know, that's pretty much it. It's pretty easy. Just do a bit of research and you should be able to do it just like me. Got to obviously clean up a bit of the wiring here, but other than that, it's I did try and do it, you know, keep it clean, split conduit, everything, and yeah. So guys, hope you enjoy it, and you know, enjoy it with any cars you buy, and enjoy your hunting, shooting, and fishing.